with us on the KnowZone.
Now this is the place where we all have fun as we learn. I am Charlie.
Mara, I'm Janet.
And I'm Marara.
All right, Marara.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, I'm jogging, man.
Mara, stop jumping up and down. You're shaking the presenter's zone.
Well, I can't stop, Janet. I'm training for a cross-country championship in the wild.
All right, Marara.
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's slow down.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Okay, slow down. Okay, slow down. Slow down. Wow.
Look, even the cameraman is getting confused. Look, he doesn't know what's going on. Do you know what's going on? You know what's
What?
going on?
I am so tired. I can't run any more.
Good for you, Mara. You think you can stop training for 1 hour?
Well, I think so.
Good, because we have an exciting show lined up today. We have Junction teens.
Right.
We've got cool words. We have got the big three.
Yes, not forgetting career zone, world zone, out there and spell it. But first, let's go and find out if our studio guests are already there.
Okay,
Let's do that.
all right.
Mara,
Yeah.
I'll race you.
No. Come on. I can't keep up. Wait for me. Wait for me.
Hello,
Whoa, where is everyone?
hello, everyone. I suppose we should say that we're thankful that you could join us. Why don't we start by saying a big hello to everyone who's watching us from home.
Wait. Charlie, Janet, what about me?
All right, everyone, say hello to Marara.
Well, hello, everyone.
Listen, we are so glad you made it to the studio. Now, who can tell us what today's topic is all about?
Well, I know what the topic is about. It's all about athletics.
That's right, they are all about athletics. Now, who can tell us what the buzzwords are?
Judge, athletics, practice, track.
Well done, everyone. Now, look out for these words throughout the show and in the next program.
Well, I wonder what the Junction teens are getting up to today.
Well, actually, Marara, you will be very impressed because they are thinking just like you are. In fact, I think if you watch the episode, you'll get a few tips on how to improve your training.
What, really? Oh, right now I am so tired, but for this one, I think I'll stay awake.
You better, because the Junction teens are up next.
Ouch, what was that for?
Staring at her will make her like you more.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good afternoon, class. Good afternoon, Teacher Pedro. I have some very exciting news. The annual sports day is going to be happening this weekend. Yay! And we are going to have track events like hurdles and relays, and we are going to have field events like discus, long jump, high jump, and even javelin. And of course, we are going to have prizes to be won, so we are encouraging you to invite your family and friends to come and cheer you on. Yes, Brian?
Are we allowed to participate in more than one event?
Yes, you are. Any other questions?
Excuse me.
Leleti, put your hand up. Yes, what is your question?
In the relay, do we get to choose our team members?
That's a very good question. No, you're not. All events will be according to teams that I put up on the notice board. We are going to have red, yellow, green, and blue teams, and each team is going to have a team captain. Brian and Babu, can you listen to what I have to say? So each team is going to have a team captain who is going to select an event for each athlete. Does anyone have a question? All right, so I'll let you all carry on with your lesson and practice.
I'm in the yellow team.
Hey, we're together, Nita. Which event are you going to choose? Because I'm definitely doing hurdles. Huh?
I'm the long jump queen.
I'm definitely running the track event, but just to let you know, green team will win.
Wait a minute. You're in the green team. Oh, man.
What's wrong? Let me guess. Brian is also in the green team.
One thing is for sure. I know how you run. You have 2 left feet. So there's no way we're doing the relay together.
2 left feet. Let's go outside right now and let's see who laughs last. Come on, let's go, Kadogo.
Password.
Javelin.
Spell it.
Javelin. Hey guys, I'm in the red team. Who's with me?
Me. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Where's Bakari?
He's probably somewhere just fixing a radio or something.
No, Bakari would have told us something. I'll go look for him.
No, he's fine.
Hey, Babu. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Are you okay?
Nothing.
So sorry. So, why are you sulking?
No reason.
So you're dealing with like a 5-year-old here.
You, I'm not 5 years old.
Then speak if you're spoken to. That's what I mean.
Look, I have nothing to speak to you about. Let's just go and look for Bakari because Diana said so. She says we jump, we jump. Die, you die. Steal, you steal.
Now you know I've been complaining about her. Imagine we live in the same house.
Listen here, Diana is not the problem, so stop gossiping and focus.
Let's go and look for Bakari where I left him in school. He was there in class when Teacher Pendo gave the sports announcement.
Okay then. I'm sure I can be able to practice for my track event. I'm sure I'll be as fast as Usain Bolt.
Nothing. I'll be as fast as David Rudisha.
David Rudisha is nothing. Usain Bolt is the fastest man in the world, eh?
Yeah, tell him. We do for him.
Hey, Rudisha.
Okay, look. Let's settle this with the rest to school.
Hey, I've been searching for you everywhere. Where have you been?
Well, I don't feel like hanging out with anyone today.
Okay, I should do my homework. Can I join you too?
Fine, it's a free one.
Is everything okay, Bakari?
Yeah.
I have a sixth sense. I can sense something isn't right with you.
You see, I told you I'm fine now. Stop pushing me about it.
Hey, okay, I'll leave you alone.
Hey, wait. I'm sorry I was rude.
Is anything the matter?
Well, yes, but I guess it's something that cannot be fixed.
What do you mean it can't be fixed?
I'm part of the yellow team, and as the captain, I get to decide for other people what events they'll take part in. But I also wanted to take part in the games. But I guess I know why Teacher Pendo did not include me in any event.
No, this isn't right. We are going to talk to Teacher Pendo. She just made a decision without asking if you wanted to participate. Let's go to her now.
I win.
I know I won.
They won. Oh, look at you guys. I was the first one here.
I won.
I was the first one. See me, I was the first one here. You keep quiet. You are number last. Even I left you over.
Another day turns out because of that girl. What does she have?
Calm down, man. Cool out. He's hurting, man.
I'm not.
You think we don't know what happened between you and Diana and how she treated you the other day?
She didn't do anything, man.
Then why the long face?
Let me tell you one thing, Babu. Women, you'll never understand them. Never!
They're such a complicated breed. What?
The eighth wonder of the world.
A very, 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 very different species.
Shut up. I don't need your advice.
Then why the mood, dude? It's obvious you're jealous of Bakari. Yeah,
Yes, yeah, you think now she likes Bakari.
I could care less, man.
Okay then, take my advice. Wait on her, eh? Don't just assume much because you saw them together. They're now together. Let me tell you. She told you she likes you.
Then she took it back. It's obvious why.
No, it's not. Relax, calm down. Let me rush the loo.
See, no one ever listens to me, even though I'm right. Let me tell you one thing, Babu. All these girls you sing here, they're just like onions. When you peel them, every layer you peel, what you get is just tears.
Brian, what kind of advice is that?
I'm not giving you advice. I'm telling you the simple truth. Stay away from girls. They're nothing but trouble. Especially Diana.
Yes, come on in. Sit down. How can I help you?
Well, Chapendo, I think there must have been a mistake with the sports day event.
Really? Like what?
Bakari wasn't assigned any sports day event.
Okay, he is a captain and he has a lot of responsibilities.
Yes, but he would also like to take part in an event.
Bakari, I'm sorry. I know this must be hard, but it just can't happen, and I know you understand why.
But I don't. Not just because he's disabled, it doesn't mean he can't participate in the event. There are so many students out there who also feel the same too.
I understand what you're saying, but it just wouldn't be a fair competition. And Bakari is still in the event. He is playing a major role as team captain.
It's okay.
Hey guys.
You wanna practice?
Yeah, but I'd like to start with the relay race.
But you can't. You're one man short.
I would like to join you.
Give us 1 minute.
You want us to join her? Then she will let us win.
What's wrong?
You know we can't let her run. She's blind.
And?
Hello. How is she even see where she's running to?
Brian, what's your problem?
One team will be weaker.
Yeah, it's about competition, but it's also about sports.
Okay then, she's on your team. That's a fair game.
Fine, she'll be in my team.
Okay, I'm with Nita. Hey, Claire, wait.
But Chapendo, it's not fair. If Bakari can't take part in the event, then neither will I.
I admire your spirit.
Every student should have the possibility of taking part in an event without any discrimination. There are so many people out there who have disabilities but take part in the Paralympics, like Henry Wanyoike. He's a blind runner and still a medal winner.
Yes, I know about Henry Wanyoike, but this is different. There aren't that many students with disabilities for us to have a special event. Currently, we have less than 5.
But it's not their fault. Why are they being sidelined?
It just wouldn't be a fair competition.
Yeah, but they weren't even given a chance. Perhaps they can take part in certain game events. As Bakari always talks about javelin, it's an individual sport and he can be given a special point system. Please, Chapendo, please.
Well, you give a compelling argument. What we can do is get the students with disabilities together and find out what event they'd like to participate in.
Really? Bakari will be so excited.
Well, he has you to thank.
You're sure? Because it seemed you didn't want me to run with you.
No, we just had to choose sides. You'll be on James and my side for the relay.
I have a question. How will you run yet you're
Blind? Ever heard of Henry Wanyuike?
Yeah, I've heard of him. He was a blind runner in the Paralympics.
Like he said, I may have lost my sight but not my vision. I want to be like him one day, and I've been practicing. My sister runs with me. She'll show up soon enough and you'll see how fast I am.
Cool. You should have been on our team.
You snooze, you lose. Let's wait for Claire's sister to show up, but we have to stretch fast.
Hey!
Hi.
I've got good news. Chapendo said you can participate in the sports day event. That's if you want.
Really?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Would I be lying?
Then, man, I think I should start practicing.
Yeah, what event are you going to take part in?
I don't know. Probably shot put or javelin.
Great, let's go outside. I've seen others practicing. We are very behind.
Okay, let me finish packing this. I'll join you.
Bakari, here's Claire. You should have seen her run. Claire, when you get older, you should join the Paralympics. You would so win.
But what are the Paralympics?
It's Olympics for people with disabilities. I'm definitely entering one day.
Well, me too.
By the way, Brian, take that, and that was just a practice.
Yeah, it was just a practice.
Wait a minute. What team are you on?
I'm on red team, but only as a captain.
Well, don't worry about that. Chapendo said everyone can take part in the sports event.
Really? I get to run?
Cool. So what about you, Bakari?
I'm taking javelin.
Shall we start?
Yeah, sure.
Don't worry. Don't even mind these people. Just want to make you feel bad. You just remember what I told you. Skulls like onions.
That was a fantastic episode.
Oh, yes, it was. And I especially like the part where Diana stood up for Bakari.
I know. So, what buzzwords did you hear?
Athletics, judge, practice, track.
Well done, everyone. Now, you must remember, disability is not inability. Just because somebody cannot run as fast as you can or cannot throw as far as you can does not make them less of a person. It just means that they have something else that they can do. You just have to be willing to take the time to listen.
Hey, we all know what that means. It's time to join Teacher Pendo as she helps us with our grammar on
Cool words.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Teacher Pendo.
Welcome to Cool Words. Now, let's listen carefully to a familiar tune. Beautiful. Now, who can tell me when we are likely to hear this tune playing?
Oh, Teacher Pendo.
Yes, Mara.
You're most likely to hear it on Mashujaa Day.
Very
It's a national
good.
day.
Very good. Any other suggestions? Yes, Atieno?
At the beginning of a football match between Kenya and another country.
Well said. Someone else? Yes, Nabututu?
When a Kenyan wins gold in an international athletic competition.
Very good. Now, every time I hear our national anthem play, I feel so proud of being a Kenyan. Now, you heard what Nabututu said earlier. She mentioned the word athletics. Now, does anyone have an idea what this word means? Yes, Washera?
I think athletics means running on a track.
Well, that's a very good effort, Washera. However, running on the track or the track events is just one part of it. Now, there are other events which are included in athletics. Now, these are called field events. They include activities such as jumping or throwing in the field.
Oh, Teacher Pendo.
Yes, Marara?
I know what you mean. I have seen in a competition where some athletes throw a very long spear.
You are right. Now that long spear, as you call it, is referred to as a javelin. And that is a very good example of a field event. Now, let's look at the following words on the board. Steeplechase, relay, marathon, lane. Now, these words have to do with track events. Now, who can tell me which of these words is odd one out? Yes, Ashley?
The odd one out is lane because the others are all races, while a lane is a running path for each athlete in a race.
Well done, Ashley. And you all seem to know quite a lot about athletics. I am thoroughly impressed.
Oh, Teacher Pendo.
Yes, Marara.
I do enjoy watching an athletic competition. It is so much fun to see all the athletes trying to win.
Well, I agree with you, Marara. Now, do you know the name we give to a person who is in the field to watch how people compete?
Oh yeah, Teacher Pendo.
Yes.
It's an audience.
Not quite, but that's a good try. Now, we call such a person a spectator. Now, let's all say the word together.
Spectator.
Very good. Now, on the board, I also have some words associated with athletics. We have track, athletes, race, lane, finishing line, field events. Now, what I'd like us to do is to define each word correctly. For example, we've just said that spectators are in the field to watch how people compete. Who would like to go next? Yes, Atieno?
The track is a running path.
Track is a running path. Well done. Someone else? Yes, Nabututu?
A person who is competing in a race must run in his or her own lane.
Run in your lane. Very good. Someone else?
Shependo.
Yes, Marara?
Well, athletes take part in a race.
Athletes take part in a race. Well said. You've defined two words at the same time. Good work. Next one. Yes, Washera?
The finishing line marks where to end the race.
Very good. The finishing line marks where to end the race. Very good. Someone else? Yes, Ashley?
Field events are activities such as throwing and jumping.
Very good. Field events are activities such as throwing or jumping. Good work, everyone. Okay, now how many of you have heard about the Olympic Games? I see you're all aware of the games. Now, do you know where they were first held?
No.
Okay, now the games were first held in Greece in the ancient times in a place called Olympia.
Oh, I see. Now, that's where the name came from as well, Teacher Pendo.
Yes, Marara. Now, the games are now held once every 4 years in different countries, and they include many different sports. Now, do you know where the next Olympic Games are going to be held? Yes, Atieno?
London in the UK.
Very good. That's right. Now, athletes who participate and win the top 3 positions in these games are awarded gold, silver, and bronze medals.
Teacher Pendo.
Yes, Marara.
Many Kenyan athletes have won medals at the Olympics. I hope we win lots of medals at the 2012 Olympics.
So do I. Now, I think that our Kenyan athletes will do very well in the long distance events.
Oh, I think that too.
Now, did anyone notice how Marara hoped that we will win medals, whereas I thought we would win medals? Now, who can explain what think means? Yes, Navututu?
When you think something is going to happen, it is quite likely.
Very good. What about hope? Yes, Washera?
Hope is when you want something to happen.
Excellent definitions. Now, we use think when we believe that something is going to happen. We're offering an opinion. Whereas, when we hope for something, we're wanting something to happen. Now, we can use both hope and think in a sentence where we express what we want to happen, but then explain what is likely to happen. For example, I hope Marara wins the cross-country race, but I don't think he will.
Oh, Teacher Pendo.
Yes, Marara?
I hope to prove you wrong and win the race, but I don't think I will.
Okay. Now, can someone give me another example of such a sentence? Yes, Ashley?
I hope to go to the Olympics in London, but I don't think I will.
Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. I'd love to go too. Well, that's all we have time for today's Cool Words, but I hope you can join us next time.
Teacher Pendo.
Yes, Marara?
I hope that Maspidi is going somewhere interesting this week.
Well, I think he will be. Let's find out by watching this week's episode of Out There.
I can see all of you are wondering where we are going. You better sit tight. This is the Lanana School. We are here to empower children with special needs through games and sports. That is the motto during the 8th edition of the Special School National Games and Sports Championships. Yes, it is championships and not championships, which is being presented by the Special Schools and Sports Associations of Kenya, SSSAK. Persons living with disabilities in Kenya not only represent a crucial sector of the marginalized population, but also face special problems as a result of their disabilities. Most have no access to education, health, employment, and rehabilitation. The majority experience hardships as a result of built-in social, cultural, and economic prejudices, and more often abuse and violence. With this realization, the government has been playing a major role in ensuring that people, especially children living with disabilities, are taken care of. This is where free education has come in handy, leading to organizations like Special Schools and Sports Associations of Kenya, SSSAK. SSSAK houses mainly 4 areas: physical handicapped, mentally handicapped, visually impaired, and hearing impaired. Each group has its own games and sports adopted to meet their needs, and for the first time, learners who are deaf have been incorporated. That is why we are here at the Lenana School, where the mentally handicapped will be participating. I am told that they have been practicing for a long time and they are very excited to be here today. We all know that practice makes perfect. It is at the provincial level here today, so we have children from 8 provinces. Oh, did I mention I have already been appointed to be an official? Well, I'm going to be the recorder for the athlete that comes in the 5th in the 400 meters elite boys race. There goes the team managers being called out to take the participants to the starting point. Soon you will hear the starter clap, the starter board. Hurry up, athletes! Here is the chief track judge raising the white flag. The flag signifies that the athletes are already at their starting points. Most of the races will be on the track because it's all about track events today. Everybody is so busy. Notice the judges. They are the ones who will analyze the results. They always get the scores from the time takers. Here are the runners. I'm ready for the number 5. And here he comes. His name is Hamisi Mauti. I have to hand him over to the reporter's desk. It's very easy to get confused because there is so much happening. This is another set of runners doing the relays. Time taking is the most crucial department when it comes to sports. Athletes are termed as winners depending on not only who got to the finish line first, but who got there in the shortest time. That is why we have record holders. This means that a particular athlete had run the race within the shortest time. Stopwatches are used for this. Let us take a closer look. Now, because of all the activities happening here, there are bound to be a couple of accidents. Also because the professional games are hard to do, the athletes may suffer minor or major injuries. That is why there has to be an ambulance on standby. Come on, good people, we don't want to miss out on the long jump. Today's long jump is different. It is called low ability standing long jump. This is for people with Down syndrome. I am told that I have to go and say hello to some very special people, without whom this event would not have been happening. Pamela Mugo, a representative from the Ministry of Education, and Galgalo Bute, the national chairman of KIP IDSA, which stands for Kenya Institute of Persons with Intellectual Disability Sports Association. You are really doing a commendable job with the rest. I almost forgot I was actually a guest. Let me enjoy the remaining races. They are 400 meters girls elite, 400 meters boys elite, and low ability 50 meters dash. Field events are so exhausting. It is time to have lunch. We will not have lunch with them today because we have another out there to do. Goodbye, people. We will see you next week. Goodbye.
That was a very educational trip.
Oh, yes, it was. And we always learn a lot from Maspidi. You know, I wish I could keep up with him. He must be very fit to do all that traveling.
I'm sure he is, actually. If I remember, Maspidi used to be a boxer, actually.
Yeah.
You know, Marara, how many laps can you do now?
What, right now? Well, I can do 5. Wait, no, that's not right. 4? No. I can do 2.5.
Wait, 2.5 laps? 2.5 all this time?
Hey, speaking of counting, let's get to our first game and find out how well you at home can count. It's time for the Big 3.
Welcome to the Big 3. Now here, it's all about your numbers. There are 2 teams. There are 3 sums, and each team has 5 seconds to solve the sums. Whichever team gets the most sums correct wins. Marara, tell them what the winning team gets.
Well, they win these great textbooks, and thanks to our friends at Longhorn Publishers.
That's right. Now, if the scores are tied in the end, we move into a tiebreaker question.
The rules are very simple. You will only hear the question once and once only. You will only see the question written down at the end of the game.
Right. Now, you must answer the question and write down your answer on the answering pad provided within 5 seconds. Or your answer will not count even if it's correct. Are the rules clear?
Yes! All right, and for you at home, you will not be left behind. Try and keep up and see how many you get correct. Now, Marara, are you going to help us with the time?
Oh, yes, and I'm running.
Oh, he's running. So, let's get to that first sum. 5 plus 4 plus 3 multiplied by 2 divided by 3 is what?
Start the clock. And stop.
All right, teams, stop writing. Time is up. Let's move on to the next sum, please. 6 times 2 plus 6 divide by 9 plus 7 equals...
Start the clock. And stop. Wow.
This one's actually getting very heated.
Yes, it is.
Let's go to our final question. 7 minus 2 multiplied by 6 plus 8 plus 2 divided by 4 is what?
And start the clock. Wow, that's it. Time's up. Time is up.
Right, it's time to see how everyone did. So, let's start. Team A, please show us your answer for this first sum.
And that is a 7.
All right, Team B, let's see what you got for the first sum.
And Team B have... Oh, that is number 8.
All right, let's see how the teams did. 5 plus 4, that's 9. Plus 3, that's 12. Multiplied by 2, that's 24. Divided by 3, the answer is 8.
Wow. All right. Team A, let's see your answer for the second sum.
And Team A has... That is a 2.
Right, Team B, let's see what you have there.
Let's see. Now, what? Oh, Team B has... That is a 9.
All right, Charlie, take it away.
All right, let's solve sum number 2 together.
Right.
6 multiplied by 2, that's 12. Plus 6, that's 18. Divided by 9, that's 2. Plus 7, the answer is 9.
9, wow.
Team B, 2 sums correct so far. Team A, don't worry, we still have one more sum to go. Team A, please show us your answer for the third sum.
And Team A have the number 10. They have 10.
All right, Team B, let's see what you have.
Team B has the number 10 as well.
Whoa,
No,
they both be correct.
That is the first time our teams have agreed on something. Let's see if that agreement will result in a correct answer.
Right, take it away.
7 minus 2, that is 5. Multiplied by 6, that's 30. Plus 8, that's 38. Plus 2, that's 40. Divided by 4, the answer is 10.
Well done, Team A and B on that sum. But this means that Team B, you have 3 sums correct. So you are the winners of our fabulous textbooks today. Congratulations to you. Now, for you at home, how many did you get correct?
Well, now, thank you very much for participating. And Team A, never mind. You're still winners because you have helped me with my maths homework.
Now, if you enjoyed playing The Big 3, make sure that you join Teacher Pendo later in today's show for more fun with math on hot numbers.
Well, that was a lot of fun. I'm so happy and excited. I have definitely gotten my strength back.
Good, Marar, because we still have a half hour of fun and learning to go.
Yes, we do. We have Career Zone, Well Zone, Hot Numbers, and Spell It.
Well, you know what? I am not going anywhere.
Well, he's going to be here. We're going to be here. You need to be back for more fun and learning right here on the KnowZone. Welcome back to the KnowZone. We're so glad that you could join us after the break.
Now, before we start, why don't we remind everyone at home what today's buzzwords are?
Athletics, judge, practice,
Track. Excellent. Now, all the buzzwords teach us more about athletics.
That's right. Now, Marara, speaking of athletics, how is the training coming for the cross country?
Well, I don't know. I went for a run during the break.
And?
I think I'm gonna give up. I'll just hand out the water at the table.
What? Marara, you are not a quitter. You can't give up. You have to keep trying. You've got to try harder.
Well, Charlie, I don't know. Maybe I should just let this one go.
No, Mara, listen, the KnowZone Rangers don't give up. Imagine what your friends in the world will say when they hear that you give up.
You know what? You're right, Janet. I'll not give up. I won't give up. There's no time to give up.
All right, as Mara starts to jog again, why don't we go to the wild and find out what his friends are up to on Wild Zone? Ateno?
Welcome to the Wild Zone. Today we have a brand new documentary just for you. We are going to look at elephants in Marsabit.
And out there in the fast-drying bush are animals whose lives are intimately linked with Mount Marsabit. Without it, they could not survive. That's been so for many generations of elephants, but now some of them are seeing a changing world. We'll enter that world of these wise old jumbos. We'll sway with them across the desert to distant Marsabit. We'll be alongside them as their tummies rumble in the thorn thickets. And we'll tell a story of elephants and man that links the hottest desert in Africa with a mysterious green mountain across time. As they say, an elephant never forgets. As the dry season burns on, the animals move out. The giraffes graze the last and highest greenery before heading for the permanent greenery on the mountain. They and the elephants will return here when the rains come again. But now, up there on Marsabit's wind-battered peak, the animals will find food, water, and safety. Maybe. This is their goal, a haven, hopefully, for jumbos in the clouds. Imagine the amazement of the first white explorers when they eventually got here. Dr. Arthur Donaldson Smith, a naturalist from America, had already been struggling for a year across the remote deserts of Somalia. On July 10, 1895, he came to the Jade Sea, the vast Lake Rudolph. He was the only man to have reached the lake from the northeast, and he wrote, "I felt that I had attained in a measure the greatest ambition of my life, that of being able to add a little drop to the sea of knowledge." As the expedition traveled down the east shore, Donaldson Smith was charged by an elephant, no doubt agitated by all the hunting that was going on. Long lines of ivory were encountered along the way. They then left the lake and headed east towards Mount Kulal, 7,500 feet high, an extraordinary forested mountain split down the middle for 3,000 feet by a huge crack. But an even more extraordinary sight awaited them. First, they crossed yet more desolate, volcanic desert, as migrating elephants had been doing for centuries. Elephants had seen Marsabit many times, but on September the 9th, 1895, Smith and Dodson found this. Nothing could be more charming than this Marsabit. Surrounded by a large forest and lying at the top of a mountain is a lake a mile square, clear and deep. This lake would be called Crater Lake by a number of travelers, but 30 years later, it would be renamed Lake Paradise by two famous arrivals. From the desert, the elephants share that trail to the mountain and the lake.
I hope you had fun. Personally, I had so much fun. But next week, we are going to be looking at the history of the Paradise Lake. See you then.
Wow, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, so did I. Did you all enjoy that?
Yes, and I also enjoyed it. It even inspired me to run more and train harder.
Well, just don't overdo it, Marara. There's still a bit of the KnowZone to go.
Yes, now if you would like to know more about Mara's animal friends and the wild areas you have seen, you should join the KnowZone Club.
Yes, that's right. Just text the word zone plus your name and address to
5606. And you will become an instant KnowZone Club member. But just ask your parents to help you send that text.
Wait. I know what that means. It's time to join Teacher Pendo on...
Hello everyone and welcome to Hot Numbers.
Hello, Teacher Pendo.
Now today we are going to learn about vertically opposite angles and supplementary angles, and later on we will bisect angles and even construct a few.
Right. Oh, Teacher Pendo.
Yes, Marara.
Does that mean we will be drawing today because I have all my pencils and paints with me?
Well, yes, Marara, we will be drawing, but all you need is a sharp pencil. No need for the paint.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the unit used to measure angles is called a degree, and we will be using a protractor to measure the angles in degrees. Now, in this diagram, angle ABC and angle DBE are vertically opposite angles. Now on your worksheets, you have a similar diagram. Now measure the two angles and write down their measurements. So using your protractor, let us measure the two angles and then write down your measurements. Okay, now we also have angles ABE and angles CBD are vertically opposite angles. Now measure them as well and write down their measurements. Now, can somebody tell me what you notice about the angles?
Oh, Teacher Pendo.
Yes, Marara.
Now, two angles are big and two angles are small.
Okay, no, Marara, that's not what I'm looking for. It has something to do with measurements.
Oh, why?
Okay, so who would like to give it a try? Yes, Tracy?
Angle ABC and DBE are the same as they are both 120 degrees, and angles ABE and CBD are both 60 degrees.
That's an excellent answer. Well done. Now that means that vertically opposite angles are equal. Now, in this diagram, angle EFG and angle GFH meet at point F on a straight line. Now in your worksheets, measure angle EFG and angle GFH and then add up the measurements and let us see what you get. Okay, so what do we get? Yes, Brenda?
180 degrees.
That's right. Now, did everyone get that?
Yes, Chapendo.
Okay, so the sum of angles EFG and GFH is 180 degrees. Therefore, angles EFG and GFH are supplementary angles.
Now, Teacher Pendo?
Yes, Marara.
Does that mean that angles could be of any size as long as they add up to 180 degrees and they're on a straight line? And can there be more than two angles and still be supplementary angles?
Well, those are very good questions, Marara. Yes, the angles could be of different sizes as long as they add up to 180 degrees. And they could also be more than two angles, but they have to sum up to 180 degrees to be supplementary. Now, we are going to bisect an angle. Now, we have an angle here. We have angle XYZ. Now, when bisecting an angle, we use a compass. Now, place the sharp pointer on Y. And at any convenient radius, mark an arc on the line YX. Okay? And also, using the same point and the same radius, mark an arc on point YZ. Now, we will name our arcs A and B. And it should look like this. So that is how it should look like. So place the pointer on point A and on point B and mark two arcs which should intersect at C. And then we will then draw a straight line from Y through to C. And this line is called the angle bisector. Now, this will now give us two angles, as you can see. Now, what can you notice about these two angles? Yes, Madhoni?
Both the angles look similar.
Aha, that is well noted. Now, by bisecting the angle, we divided it into two equal angles so that the angles are the same. We will now construct a 90-degree angle, which we will do by drawing a perpendicular line. Now, do you remember how we draw a perpendicular line, Marara?
Yeah, so first we draw a line. Then after drawing a line, we take
Okay, not to worry, Marara. We will help you. So let us draw the line that you talked about. Let us draw the line that Marara talked about. And then we make a point on the line. So pick a point on the line, and we will call this point point C. Okay? Then we are going to place our compass on that point C. And then we will draw an arc on either side of point C. Okay, and then let's label them point A and point B. We will draw an arc at the top there, and then from point B, using the same radius, we will draw another point. Now, this point should intersect at point D. Now, when we join the point of intersection, point D, with our point C, we find that we have created two right angles on both sides. We have angle ACD and angle BCD. And it should look like this.
Wow, Teacher Pendo, thank you very much.
You're most welcome, Marara. And now, can somebody tell me how we make a 45 degrees angle?
Oh, Teacher Pendo, now that one is so easy. We'll take a ruler and draw a line through 90 degrees to get 45.
Okay, not quite right, Marara. Now, does anyone else have another idea? Yes, Kaziga?
We will bisect 90 degrees angle to get equal angles of 45 degrees.
Now that's correct and will ensure accurate results. Now make sure to join us next time on Hot Numbers when we'll be looking at more angles.
Well, now, Teacher Pendo?
Yes, Marara?
I'm really not sure if I like angles.
Well, the more you practice, the easier it gets.
Well, you know what? I am going to practice right now.
Well, that's good to know, but you need to hold on for a little while because now it's time for this week's Career Zone.
Hello, can you tell us a little about yourself?
I'm Ryle Kendi. I'm 21 years old. I'm a coach and also a peer educator.
How did you find yourself in this line of work?
Since I was young, I engaged myself more in football, and I was interested in football because I heard about Marakina Marigas and so forth. And also I had a very good coach who was called Lucas Bure. So I started being interested in being a coach. I heard that in Mysore there is an opportunity for coaches, so I had to go. It was just a 1 week basic coaching course. So all you need about coaching, you must have small tips about coaching, heading, passing, and so forth.
Please tell us what you do in a typical day.
I wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning. I go to the field to have some jogging. 6:30, I'm back. At 10, I go to the resource center, Isili. We have some school programs there. We talk to them about life skills and what they should do when they are at home and at school also. Apart from football, there is so many things you can do. After discussing with the kids about life skills, at 4, that's when I start my football training. And I have to be the first person to reach in the field because if you're a coach, you must be prepared enough. You must arrange your field. When the kids come, we start with warm-up so that they can set their minds in football and they can have a little touch about football. And that's when we start our program. If you are focusing on defensive side, we have to focus with the defenders mostly. And if we are focusing on the attacker side, I focus with the attackers, yeah.
What is the best aspect of your job?
The best thing about my job is building small girls and small boys' career and also trying to make them focus on what they want in life.
What are the main challenges of your job?
Most of them, their parents don't want them to be in the field. They think that they are going to loiter. So I try and talk with their parents so that they can be able to come in the field. And I tell them after 1 hour, they'll be back at home. Yeah, we have to make an agreement with the parents because they are very young kids. Another challenge I faced is that the kids we are having difficult time with the kids so that they can get something you want them to know. So you have to repeat and repeat and repeat. You have to be patient. You must encourage them and you must keep them close every time.
Looking into the future, do you have an overall career goal?
I want to be the best female coach because there is few of them in Kenya. And also I want my players to play like Kakina Mariga, Oliech and so forth. I want to sell them outside the country because in Kenya today we don't have many girls playing outside the country.
What advice would you give anyone interested in your line of work?
They must start football since they are young in school, engage themselves mostly in sports, and they enjoy what they are doing, be focused with what they are doing, and then they'll be good coaches.
Oh, I really like KnowZone, but I'm not going to let it distract me from my training.
Wow! You must be like the most focused lion in the world right now.
Oh, I am. You know, I want to win that race. In fact, let me go and do a quick lap around the KnowZone as I, warm up. So, people, everyone, guests, bye.
Mara, disappearing can only mean one thing. It's time to switch on our brains.
That's right. It's time for us to step out of the shadows and into the spotlight for the biggest, baddest spelling competition. It's time for Spell It.
Animal, chapter, building, narrow, respect, deep, vegetable, work.
Welcome to Spell It. Navututu, Atieno, and Kaziga. You are about to step out of the shadows and into the spotlight to compete for the title of today's KnowZone Spelling Champion. Now, the winner will walk away with their very own KnowZone dictionary.
Each contestant has just 30 seconds to spell correctly as many words as possible. Now, all of the words are about athletics. If you'd like to hear the word again, simply say repeat, and the word will be repeated for you. Each word is worth 1 point. So the more words you spell correctly, the higher your chances of winning. Are the rules clear?
Yes.
All right. Kaziga, you are up first. Please take your place on the spelling zone.
Kaziga, your 30 seconds start now.
Field.
F-I-L-D.
Jump.
G-U-M-P.
Discuss.
D-I-S-C-U-S-E.
Triple.
T-R-I-P-L-E.
Fitness.
V-I-T-E-N-E-S.
Hurdles.
A-D-U-L-T-S.
Stopwatch.
S-T-O-P-W-A-T-C-H.
Time's up.
Good job, Kaziga.
Good job, Kaziga.
Atieno, you are up next. Please take your place on the spelling zone.
Atieno, your 30 seconds start now.
Event.
E-N-V-E-N-T.
Long.
Repeat.
Long.
L-O-N-G.
Faster.
F-A-S-T-E-S.
Short.
S-H-O-R-T.
Exercise.
E-X-C-E-S-I-S.
Marathon.
M-A-R-T-H-O-N.
Practice.
Time's up.
Good work. Navututu, you are the last one. Please take your place on the spelling zone.
Navututu, your 30 seconds start now.
Hi.
H-I-G-H.
Judge.
J-U-D-G-E.
Put.
P-U-T.
Track.
T-R-A-C-K.
Muscle.
M-U-S-C-L-E.
Medals.
M-E-D-A-L-S.
Champion.
C-H-A-M-P-I-O-N.
Jumping.
J-U-M-P-I-N-G.
Olympics.
O-L-Y-M-P-I-C-S.
Time's up.
Good job.
Now that was a very wonderful round of Spell It. I think we can jump straight into the results. Navututu, you did not finish the word Olympics. Atieno, you did not finish the word practice. Kaziga, the word that Janet asked for was discus, D-I-S-C-U-S. You spelt it correctly, but added an E at the end. That being said, I can now reveal that in joint second place, we have Kaziga and Atieno, which means today's KnowZone Spelling Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Navututu. Congratulations. You are today's KnowZone spelling champion. Here's your dictionary. Show everyone at home your dictionary. Another round of applause.
Now, Bututu, please step back. And wow, congratulations to you. Now, Atieno and Kaziga, our runners-up, we have prizes for you too, because everybody is a winner on the KnowZone, courtesy of our friends, the Longhorn Publishers. And that was an interesting game of Spell It.
I know, but I was glad that everybody did so well.
But hey, I feel like a story.
And I'm sure they feel like a story as well. So why don't we go and join our friends Specs, Zawadi, Raha and Boomba for another exciting adventure on Bus Stories. That was an amazing story. Did you all enjoy that?
Yes! Awesome. And on that high note, we have to end today's show. No. Okay, don't worry. We'll be back next week for another exciting episode. Are you going to join us?
Yes! And thank you everyone for hanging out with us. You helped make the show really, really fun.
Hey, Mara, are you going running later?
Oh yes, I'm going. And you know what? Charlie is coming with me.
You should bring your running shoes.
So long as you guys don't run too fast, I'm in.
All right, cool. Now, thank you so much for joining us. We will be back for more fun and learning right here on the KnowZone.
Right, now if you want to contact us, just ask your parents to help you send a text with the word zone plus your name and address to 5606 and you will become an instant KnowZone Club member.
Okay, for now, let's say goodbye.
Bye.